Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Jillian coming at you from Canton, Ohio. And so we've got some new happenings going on. So the website is having some shoddy stuff going on with it. Some people can get to it, other people cannot. It's kind of a weird thing. And so my hosting service is working on the issue as we speak. So they've escalated up to like the third tier. And so, I have no idea what's going on with why it is that I can't get on and some of the people can't get on. So I created a secret Facebook group that isn't searchable. Now I know that people are going to find it once, because we're sending invites to everybody that's in the website. We're sending invites to everybody in the website, and we know that there's trolls in there. I mean, it's obvious because people have screenshotted the information in my website. But until we can figure out what's going on with the website, we're going to create a secret Facebook group that really isn't going to be secret, but it's not going to be searchable. So nobody can say, well, so nobody can like look for us unless they actually have the link. And then, they try to add themselves. They can't add themselves. You have to be invite only. And if you invite somebody that isn't on the list or hasn't sent us a receipt with a viable email, you can't get in. Okay. So this is not something where you can just add yourself to. Okay. So I've told people in this secret Facebook group, we don't know everybody's intentions. Assume everybody is spying on you. Assume everybody is going to be screenshotting you. Assume everybody is nefarious. I'm not saying everybody in the website is nefarious, but there's always one or two or five people that you just don't know. And so you don't want to put yourself out there. So, you can be added, but you don't have to say anything at all. If you want to share, because if you're already sharing on Facebook anyways on my page and you already know that you're out, everybody knows who you are. So it's like, I have stipulations in there, no pictures of children, no pictures of babies, no pictures of your animals or the elderly. Really talk about your healing process. And, you can ask any question you want in there. It's going to be an easier platform. I think that once I do get access to my site, that'll be just kind of like a backup. But, Facebook is an easier platform. It really is. And, but, I'm probably going to still keep my site up. I mean, really, it's only like $700 or $800 a year for the hosting service, and that's it. $700 to $800 a year for the hosting service is really pittance for just keeping a website up. I keep the domain. That's like I don't know, 60 or 70 bucks every couple of years. So the costs to keeping a website are pretty minimal. The maintaining the website is what is kind of like the time consuming thing, right? And so we're not really utilizing the website to do, so I may update the website down the road to have like maybe some current events or whatever is going on, but it's not going to be a place where really people are going to go to share. I really thought that would be, because it'd be easy. I mean, if we do figure out what's going on, and that's great, but I don't want then another glitch to happen and then we're locked out again for who knows how long. I want to have a backup. And, testimonies are out there. People are out there doing the protocol. And, if they want to just observe the group and they bought the book and they sent us the receipt, you can just observe. You don't have to interact in this secret website or secret Facebook group. If you have any private questions, you can always email. And that's what I've stipulated in the secret Facebook group, is that if you have a very specific issue that you don't want put out there and you want to just ask us the question, you can send me an email. I'll do a Facebook Live on it. Or if you have a testimony that you don't want people to know who it is, which is fine, because it's the same thing, you send me an email or a private message, whatever is easiest, and then we'll post it, we'll talk about it. So that way we can keep you anonymous. We know the climate out there. We know people target each other. We know that people call, different government services on people. So now you just have to be very mindful on what you post, and you should anyways. Given the last like 2, 3, 5, I mean, it's not even just me. It's like any person that subscribes to a political platform, health-wise or otherwise, you're always subject to somebody else's opinion or somebody else's concern because of speculation, assumptions, a lot of assumptions that go on. It's so funny. I was listening to a podcast this morning on somebody last night that was assuming because I'm going a different direction with my website and my group and all that I'm under a lot of pressure and I'm trying to change my venues. No, it's just that you have glitches. I mean, Facebook has glitches, but people assume that's the government. Oh yeah, the government is coming after us, and that's why there's this glitch. That's why I can't get on Facebook. I was the same way when I was paranoid over something stupid. Any type of I love you, honey. Any type of weird glitch, I'm thinking that it's the CIA coming after me. So it's funny how people speculate why it is that I'm changing venues, because you have to keep up with what's going on. Electronics are not surefire. Good morning, Jason. Electronics are not surefire. Technology is not surefire. It's not 100% guaranteed going to be there at your disposal. When they roll out new things like 5G, when they have a whole different, like a change management process within a technological company, not all the different satellite offices or different end things get updated or get integrated or is compatible. So there are glitches that happen. And since my website is like a little bitty website, it's not like Facebook or Coca-Cola, it's going to be low man on the totem pole as far as it getting resolved. And they have priorities when they have glitches at this web hosting site. It's a big main web hosting site. But I mean, when they have glitches, they have really large accounts, like super large accounts with all this stuff. And then they have little accounts like mine that have maybe 3,000, 4,000 hits a day, if that. Sometimes it goes up depending upon, the controversy. But lately, I've noticed that the numbers were going down, and it's not a direct correlation to like, oh, Jilly Juice is now finally defunct. No, it means that there's a glitch somewhere. It's not reaching the people that it should. And people have told me all over the country, UK can't get into it, Australia can't get into it, some parts of the US, but then I see people registering and they're from like Australia or some other parts. So there's just certain systems that aren't reaching people where they can't get on. And the only way I even attacked this, or why I even looked at this really, is because I couldn't get on. Okay, so it's like, once it happens to me, then I start making, because I'm like, but then I should have really, when Lillian told me that the numbers were going down for whatever reason, I'm like, and I saw that my Google AdSense wasn't picking up the same traffic, and it should have red flagged me, but I don't know. I mean, I have no idea to figure out the correlation. Anybody can speculate and say whatever based upon their belief system, and that's fine. But glitches happen. We don't know until we know. And so that is why I have backup measures, because you always should have backup measures whenever you put something into place, and it deals with a lot of different people. And the thing is that my moderator is so freaking awesome. She downloads every week all the new, everybody that has ever been given a login and password. So we have people who have been who register, and then we'll take note of who register, and they give us an email address, and then we take note of people who are in the system. And so we actually have backups, so that way we can then add you to another interface and keep up the same, status quo. We just give you a different venue, an easier venue. Facebook is just so much easier. But why we went to the private was because we just didn't have, thank you, Tony. We just didn't understand how to deal with the attacks. I mean, it's insane, the attacks out there. It's funny. I mean, it's funny that when you watch somebody that's in the same place that I was a couple of years ago, but in a different context, and they're all tripping out and speculating and wondering, it's like almost like the mainstream people who are under attack are now buying into the conspiracy, making assumptions, speculating on what's going on. Is it the government doing this? Is the government doing this? Is the government pressuring Jillian? No. So it's very, very interesting to see the shoe on the other foot when it comes to mainstreamers. When someone finally pushes back against all of the attacks, it's like, I'm the bad guy. Oh my God, you write 13, 14 articles about me, completely disparaging me and my protocol, and then I push back, then all of a sudden, I'm the aggressor, I'm the harasser. Oh, see, it's so interesting why, people, it's like you can't expect to push on somebody and not expect them to push back. And when they push back, you asked for it. I mean, it's so funny how people claim to be victims, right? And we all claim to be victims, but we all put ourselves out there. I put myself out there. I put myself out there. Other people do. If you put yourself out there, you got to expect something in return. And I accept that. And I figured out measures to kind of keep that at bay and realize that really has nothing to do with me. It's really to do with them. But, I've got to defend myself in some way. So, that's what all this stuff is coming out. So anyways, so yeah, these are all the new things that are happening. Just be mindful, when we do give you an invite, if you happen to use a different email address associated with Facebook, just send us an email back saying, hey, here is the email address that you can use for Facebook, because this email address isn't associated with Facebook, and then we'll just resend you the invite. Okay? So, I mean, that's the best way. And Facebook groups are just so much easier. They really are. They really, really are. And, but again, remember, you're in a public forum. Even though it's a secret group, you don't know who the members are. You have no idea their intentions. You don't know anything about them. So what you post, you better be comfortable posting it on my Facebook, because I have 6,000 followers. Plus, when you think about it, I have like 5,000, 4,000, like 300, and then 6,000 followers. So that's 7,000. Plus then the business page, and then my YouTube. My business page, I may just use that as advertising current events. I may do that. I may, I may not even really modify the Jillian. It'll probably just stay the way it is. And then I might put on my business account some current event stuff. So that's what I might actually do, because really, my target audience has been Facebook, social media. And this is like my go-to. And it's an easy platform to use. And it's easily traceable. They have their community standards. I learned the community standards. I don't dox anybody, really. Everything that I put out there is for public consumption. It's government related. It is, everything is government related. And it's, obviously if I was doxing anybody, just FYI, I would be kicked off of Facebook. Right? I mean, if I was breaking any Facebook community standards, I would be kicked off of Facebook. But it's just so interesting that when someone's been attacking me for the last year and a half, and then I finally fight back, now they're the victim. Oh, wow, the shoe's on the other foot. You see what it's like to be attacked? You see what it's like when somebody actually pushes back? So, it's kind of funny. So I just kind of laugh at the histrionics of somebody actually experiencing what it's like for somebody actually to stand up for themselves. Okay? I mean, because I haven't hurt anybody, just so you know, but damn, it sure as people want to think that. And then they definitely write as if I did. So, hey, I have every right to go and push back. And I'm doing it in the proper way. I'm doing it in the proper way. So, we'll see what happens. And really, it's not about the salt that I'm taking anybody to court with. It's not about the salt at all. They don't even know what the hell they are being, the complaint is about. It is kind of funny. But that's all I'm going to say. I'll let them open up their mail that they haven't opened up yet. Okay? And then they can figure out what the hell I'm complaining about. Because right now we have a lot of assumptions out there. And the person that I'm working against right now, and I'm saying this just, and it'll get back to her, I know it. But why don't you open up your certified mail, dear, so you see what the complaint's about, okay? So anyways, other than that, that's it. That's it. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up of what's going on. And just, just wait for our email to you, or wait for our invite. It'll go to your email. And there you go, and then we'll just go from there. And then I'll let you know the status of the website, because it's just right now up in the air at this point. I mean, it's still up. It's not taken down. You just can't get to it in certain parts of the country. You just can't get to it. So that's all I could say about that. But that's it. So you guys have a great day, okay? And I'll talk at you later. All right, bye.